this is Jenna.
And I'm Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked with our weekly recap number 2. And this is for the week of January 23rd to January 29th. And I just want to start off with Ozempic.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
And it causes cancer, apparently. Mm-hmm. Did you see the South Park? The Ozempic South Park?
I did watch those.
I made you watch that, right?
Yeah.
It was like the Ozempic special.
It was actually really funny, and I love hilarious. South Park, too.
I'm not a huge fan of South Park. Definitely Simpsons, Family Guy has my heart, but South Park was there. It was there. It was around. But yeah, no, so I watched that. But anyway, so it has cancer, but don't worry, guys. This one has cancer, but they have a new one out. So that's exciting because now there's a new medicine that I'm sure doesn't cause cancer.
I'm sure it doesn't have cancer. No.
No, I'm sure
or cause cancer. Well, it doesn't have cancer.
It probably just injects it straight into you. So fun fact, because I love my facts, 30% of Americans are clinically overweight. 40% are obese, which only leaves 30% of humans are healthy.
In America.
In America. I'm sure other humans are much more healthy than Americans because we're always like labeled as fat bastards. So,
but now with the changes with the administration,
yes, all the food coloring and the dyes and the red dyes gotta go, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, they are hopefully going to be improving our food.
Yes,
the quality of the food and the safety of the food.
Yes,
so that is really good for America.
And hopefully it will help everybody. But I mean, everybody should be making their own good choices. Like, why does it take the government to step in? But then again, it's so easy to eat like crap.
No, but it could be something as simple as you use a bottle of ketchup and you think it's red because it's tomatoes, but they add the red
all
dye.
The fake stuff, yeah.
You know, so you don't really know what's in your food.
labels, but... Yeah, so 30% are healthy. So if you take your 10 friends and you look at the 3 skinniest, you're fat. If there are 3 more that are skinnier than you, you're the obese one.
And what is obese? 7. Obese is over
32%
body fat?
Body mass index.
BMI, right?
Body mass index, yes. And then overweight would be between 24 and like 30, or maybe over 30 is obese, clinically obese. And then if you're over 32, you're just like dead. Like you're just on your way to dying. And I'm pretty sure I'm like 35, so I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I don't know what mine is, but I do remember when I was younger, I would go to the gym a lot. And I remember it was 18%.
They had us actually at our school. Did you not have this at your school for your physicals?
What do you mean? What? It didn't have what?
The little thing that you held on to, and it would give you your BMI. It was like a little like thing, and it would tell you every little like how much muscle you had, how much fat you had, all the stuff, all the things, and it was part of one of the PE classes. They did it twice a year. Deal.
No, when I was in school, they would pinch your arm. And they would literally measure your arm, and that's how they would get your BMI.
Yeah, no, I went to a fancy school. You had the little thing.
Well, I'm talking about, mine was in the early 90s when I would do that. When I was in high school, I didn't do PE.
I was in 6th grade, so it was the late 90s. But, yeah, no, Brad says that, like, because I tell him about things that I did in my high school, and he's like, well, you went to a fancy high school, you have a pool, you have this, you have that, like, the fancy stuff.
Oh, we had a pool at my elementary school.
We had a pool at the middle school and the high school.
But we didn't have, I was on home studies, so.
Yeah, I did that.
I had a pool, actually, we had a pool at our house. So I did have a pool. It was I had a fancy school, a fancy home school with a pool.
And a TV. Okay, so moving on with the news. You want to talk about the Colombia tariffs, which is the first set of tariffs since Trump took over, and he put 25% of all. Okay, wait, sorry, hold on. So Trump put 25% on all goods entering America from Colombia, right? Meanwhile, he was also exporting all the illegal immigrants back to Colombia.
And they didn't want him at first.
President Gustavo Petro literally sent back the plane and was like, no. We're going to put 25% back on you on tariffs too. And, oh, by the way, you need to treat my citizens with dignity and respect.
Mm-hmm.
So he's all, fuck you, no, until they had to return it. Well, by the time that the plane landed back here in like LAX, he had already did the math and was like, oh, fuck that. Like, that's not going to work out in my favor. Just kidding. And sent 2 presidential planes, like his planes, to come and get them. Because I will tell you that I Googled all this shit and I found out that we export Colombia exports 60.3 billion to the world. Only 25% being to the United States, which is $15 billion worth of goods to the United States, which is coffee. It says Coke, which I assume it means Coca-Cola, but I don't know because...
Well, Coca-Cola used to have Coke in it, so...
Well, and the Colombian president I just saw last night was saying how... if Coke was legal, it's just as bad for you as whiskey. It would be like wine all over. He literally said that. I saw that last night. I woke up Brad and I was like, Brad, we got to move to Colombia. He's going to legalize cocaine. We got to go. Anyway.
Well, I think that the people that live there, they just chew on the leaves.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways.
I think it's just a common thing.
So, yeah, they do coffee, Coke, which I assume is Coca-Cola because you can't tariff cocaine. Crude petroleum, coal, and gold. But the U.S. imports to Colombia $19.4 billion. So we're $4.5 billion more per year that we export to them or import to them of petroleum, corn, refined petroleum, soybean meal, planes, helicopters, spacecrafts, ethylene, polymers, which is like plastics. Mm-hmm. So we import all that to them, which I'm sorry, but is way more important than coffee and cocaine.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
You can get coffee and cocaine.
But they want planes and helicopters to transport that coffee and cocaine. And if they're getting the tariff on them, they realize even then...
Or Coca-Cola.
Whatever it is. But they're only exporting 15 billion, but they're importing 19. Like, the tariff doesn't make sense. And I think that's what they realized, that they were like, oh, just kidding. And they were like, no, I'm good. So...
They took their people.
Yeah. And then Trump also, so he's done a lot this week. It's his first week in office again. Like, he's doing things, right? So he decided that we're going back to no transvestites or
transgender.
No. Oh, is that... No, where you literally have... No, you were born with a penis and now you don't have a penis. Transvestite.
People don't say transvestite. It's not transvestite.
Transgender is just when you dress different.
No, that's not... That's... You're getting me fucked up now. That is cross-dressing. When you are a man and you dress like a woman...
Is transvestite not...
Transvestite, it's transgender.
Oh, transvestite isn't politically correct anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think we can say any of this on Facebook.
Oh, my God.
I don't think we can say cocaine. I don't think we can say transvestite. It has to be redacted. That's the only problem.
I'm retracting.
We keep getting flagged because we're saying shit we're not supposed to say.
But wait, I thought transgender was just when you, like, cross-dress, but transvestite was when you... And then a hermaphrodite is when you're born with both and you choose, or like your parents have to choose for you or whatever, like at birth. That's when you're born with like everything. But transvestite is when you like get your dick like chopped off to then whatever, or you
No,
have
that is a, they don't call it transvestite.
they call it transgender.
They call it, that is your whatever surgery.
Transvestite surgery.
It's not called transvestite.
Is transvestite bad? People are like actually like.
No, I don't care if it's bad or not. I'm just saying that's not the word you're thinking of. It's not transvestite. You better just like look it up now.
Okay.
It is
That's
called,
fine.
that's your gender reassignment surgery.
Yes.
That's what it's called. Gender reassignment or gender assignment
Oh my
surgery.
God.
It's like they have like a clinical name
Okay,
for it.
hold
I don't know
on.
the clinical name. But it's definitely not transvestite surgery.
Transvestite.
So, these episodes, this is just off the top of the dome.
Okay, look. It means a person who dresses in clothes primarily associated with the other. No shit.
That's like cross-dressing.
That's transvestite. And then versus.
Transgender?
Yeah,
Is somebody
because that
who
would
feels
be.
like transgender. If you are cross-dressing, you just might.
Oh, no. It says in the early 20th century, transvestite referred to cross-dressers and
Yes.
also a variety of people who would now be considered transgender.
Yeah, it's transgender.
So, okay, transvestite.
don't say transvestite.
Oh my God, it says the term transvestite is now considered outdated and derogatory.
I know, you're way backwards. You're living in like the.
I'm living in the early 20th century.
Where are you from?
My bad. I'm not woke. I'm trying to awaken myself.
It's not even woke. It's just
okay,
like
gender.
I haven't even heard the term transvestite in since I don't even know.
I was in middle school when I learned it. Okay, so
That must have been a core memory you never forgot that word.
Exactly. Gender reassignment surgery, also known as gender affirming surgery.
That's what I said. Gender reassignment.
I know. I'm googling shit. Is a series of surgical procedures that aim to alter a person's physical appearance and sexual characteristics to align with their gender identity. Okay, so.
Or you could say,
Back to the news. Gender reassignment surgery. So, Trump has said that the trans people
community
in the military are not allowed to be in the military anymore. He said that if you feel like you're a girl, then you're...
Wait, they can't be in the military?
Yeah, like he's like going back on that. Like, he's like, no.
But how would he even know if they felt that way? During the
if
psychological evaluation?
Yes, because during the psychological evaluation, if you're not who you say you are, then you should be like, you're not psychologically stable. I don't know how it all works. I'm
so
just
he
saying
thinks that it's a mental
that
disorder.
He is saying that if you are a girl and you feel like you're a boy, you are going to be considered a girl in the military. If you are a boy and think you are a girl, you will be considered a boy in the military.
So that doesn't mean they're not allowed to be in it. They just have to... They have
align, and same with the prisons too.
Yeah. So that doesn't mean they're not allowed to be in. They just, whatever you were born, whatever sex you were born.
Yes, because you can't have X anymore. So he's getting rid of like X on the birth certificates. Because X was on the birth certificates. Like when
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, like when my kids were born. They, like the last one, when Jake was born.
What does the X mean?
They're undecided.
Wow, I never knew that.
The baby is undecided. And it started in Washington when Max was like born, but it hadn't hit us yet.
I've never heard of undecided.
Yeah, so they can be undecided at birth and they can decide, so that way they can decide later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
they're
Jake had the
leaving
X.
They're leaving it, so you put
Well,
an
no,
X?
I didn't put an X, but I'm saying on the certificate that you fill out, that
gave
was
you
an
an
option.
option.
It had the option for X. Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't give an X. No, he's a boy. I don't give a fuck what he says. I gave birth to 3 little boys.
Well,
they can do whatever they want in the future, but they are boys at birth because if they end up having prostate cancer later on, I don't want them to be like, no, I can't have that. I'm a girl. I don't got a prostate. Well, motherfucker, you have prostate cancer. How the fuck are you not gonna have,
Well, do they remove the prostate for that surgery? No, they wouldn't.
No,
No,
that's part of
okay.
you. Like, just like girls have like ovary cancer and shit. Well, you can remove your ovaries, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Anyways, so also, Trump also decided to say that it was like unconstitutional and fucked up for the military who were like discharged because they didn't get the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
So the people who refused, the military who refused to get the vaccine is now supposedly back. They can get back their jobs, and not only that, they get back pay.
I did hear
for
about
the
that.
last 4 fucking years, and they get to reinstate them.
That's good. They should, because that's not fair. And no matter what profession you have, you should not have to choose between a vaccination and your job.
No.
Your livelihood for your family, especially people who are putting their lives on the line for America, for their country, and then to be treated with such disrespect
Bullshit. Yeah.
is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to school and get a religious form filled out and still be able to go to school without a vaccine. Fuck, you can apparently go to elementary school or like some sort of public school around here without having vaccines or nothing, or not even a passport. You were just telling me about that. And moving forward from that, did you hear about how ICE is going around rounding up all the immigrations, right? Well, all the people who are not supposed to be here, right? The like illegal citizens.
So yeah, ICE is
not illegal citizens. They're obviously not citizens. Illegal immigrants. I'm sorry.
Well, they're not. They are not legally able to be in our country, so he's deporting them.
Yes. But a lot of people are making big ass deals about it, being like, oh my God, they're going to kids' schools and deporting them from the schools. Even Heather, right now, you told me about how right before
a local school
right before we started record, she was like, we got to look this up. I heard that there is ICE outside of this local school. So we looked up the local school, and there was many news reports of the superintendent saying, no, there's nothing like that going on. We don't know why that rumor started. Mm-hmm. But I have not yet. People are saying that they're going to schools and picking up people, and I have yet to hear anything about, like, it happening in real life, other than Facebook warriors and comments being like, but they're taking the kids. I haven't heard any of that shit. Have you?
No, the only thing I heard was just of that local school, and it turned out to be a rumor that had been started, and I don't know who started it and how, but it did make, like you said, it did make news headlines that it was a rumor, and they debunked it. And I didn't know what to think, because this local school is a school that I know very well, so I was very shocked that it would even happen there.
Yeah, that's so, like, weird that it would happen at that school.
Yeah.
But I did hear about Texas, and we're not in Texas, so I'm like, well, maybe in Texas they're doing that. I mean, it is a border state just like we are, and they do have a lot of immigration issues. But I'm like, I don't understand, like, it doesn't make any sense. And I tried to Google any of that, and all I saw was this one teacher being like, if they come for my kids, my blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and that's fine, you can have that out, but at the same time, it doesn't mean they are coming. Like, don't put that out there saying that they're they're doing
false reports.
And
I think because if they make false reports about the kids, they're gonna pull on people's heartstrings.
Yeah.
You know, so
you put kids or puppies in front of anybody.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what country you're from. It's a kid. It's not the kid's fault if the parents come here illegally. It's not the kid's fault if the parents.
And that's another thing, is that
you can't blame the children.
People are comparing ICE to Nazis, and I think that is fucking bullshit. And it degrades all the victims of real Nazi shit. I'm sorry. ICE isn't putting you to a gas chamber. They're taking you back to your home country.
But the thing that I've heard too is a lot of these people, they're not just from Mexico. Everyone's talking about Mexico.
No.
They're not. And, you know, a lot of the people that are protesting, they're they're going down freeways, blocking freeways with the Mexican flag. Cool, whatever. If you're proud to be Mexican American or Mexican or whatever, that's your business, that's your right, whatever. But there's a whole other countries and demographics that are also coming here illegally.
Well, yeah.
They're just focusing on one.
Well, what's funny is because we live here. Up northern, it would be more Canada. In New York, it would be more like Italy and all the European countries. Because I saw a map and it said that people actually come from Canada illegally on this side, like up there, but we just don't hear about it because we're down here. We're so close to the border.
Yeah, but
on this side.
There's a lot of people coming from China. There's
Everywhere.
a lot of people coming
Japan,
from a lot of
everywhere.
different countries. It's not just Mexico.
Anybody who just wants to be like, oh, we deserve to be here because we made it across the line, it's a slap in the face of everybody who came here legally. Like my mom. My mom died not an American citizen, but was here her like almost entire life, you know?
But she was here legally.
But she was here legally.
Yeah.
And it's a slap in the face that she had to go through all the hoops that she went through to get here legally and have her resident alien card and be scared shitless anytime that she got pulled over, thinking that they were going to deport her ass. She died before Trump was even elected. The first
I'm not
time.
laughing at that,
But you know what I mean? Like, she has lived in fear. She lived in fear her whole life, worried that she would be deported, even though she was here legally. 100%. She, like, I have her resident alien card in a safe lock box that was hers underneath my bed right now. And, like, she went to the ICE interviews. She never missed her interview. She never did any of the weird stuff. She put into the government. She did all that. She paid her taxes. She did all that the right way. Same with my grandma, my great aunt, and my real aunt.
And the thing with ICE is, like, they don't only stop people who try to come here illegally. They're stopping, like, child traffickers. They're stopping people who are trying to smuggle drugs. They're doing, like, they're taking criminals off the street.
Yeah, that's all they're
like, why do you not want that? I saw a report, I saw a news report, and most recently they went to Colorado, and they went to where the Venezuelan gangs were in the past.
Just
And
I know what you're gonna say.
the ones where they were taking over the hotels in Aurora. I mean, not hotels, apartments in Aurora. And it was all over the news months ago. And they finally went there and they did like a big, sting operation or whatever you want to call it. They raided them basically. And they got tipped off. And there was people with blowhorns yelling in Spanish, "Do not open your door. Do not give them your ID. Do not give them any of your information." And the thing is like, why are you telling these Venezuelan gang members, like, don't you want the gang members out of your apartment complex?
No, they have to go.
Don't you want them out of your apartment complex? And then with that, they only ended up arresting one man that I saw a report of, and he had fentanyl, and he had stolen guns.
And
or gun.
One
I don't know how
out
many
of
guns.
how many?
No, but everybody else was tipped off.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Out of how many that got away? Like,
so
that's
it's like
bullshit.
it's not like if these are people who are, trying to go for the all-American dream and they're coming here for a better life for their families and they're upstanding citizens and they work hard and they try to save and do better for their family and they're just here for a better life and it's like the whole American dream. Cool, like I get that.
Yeah. But they're not.
You're going after the Venezuelan gangs, and the people are out there saying, "Don't give your ID. Don't tell them who you are." It's like, why do you want those people in your apartment complex?
Yeah, and
like it makes absolutely zero sense.
Going after.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, ICE is only going after those people. They're not going after kids and families and shit like that. You come here, do your shit, whatever. Even if you're here illegally, they're not going after you. Like, they don't care about you.
Well, they did say that if you're here illegal, even if you're not a criminal, we will deport you. They actually,
if they find you,
she did say, the press secretary did say.
Well,
that
she has to say that.
No, she said that Trump did say that is you're here illegally. You're still a criminal.
Yeah, that is a criminal. Da 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 da. But they're not actively going after you. Just don't get stopped by the police or whatever.
No, they are going for the violent criminals.
Yeah, they're actively seeking the gang members, the violent criminals, the ones that already have like drug issues and all this stuff. So, yeah. Oh, but speaking of all that, we did go to LA.
Oh, we did.
Which is why this is our weekly recap number 2.
We were busy in LA.
We
did a couple live streams.
So go back and look. We went to this location that went viral, and we had to go check it out ourselves. And we did not get child trafficked like from Taken with Liam Neeson. Which I thought we were, and I just found out today that she has never even seen that movie,
No,
which is crazy. But we did not get abducted, thank God. We went to this, what did you call it earlier? You had the perfect wording.
Well, it was just exactly what it was. It was a empty lot.
Yes, it was.
That is owned by a railroad company. I believe Union Railroad, but I might be wrong. It is across the street from a shipping yard. And we were told that it was a demo site. Was that the word he used?
No.
Yeah, the railroad used to use it for demolition, right? Like to demo stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of...
Like a wrecking yard. That's what he called it.
Yeah,
it was a wrecking
just
yard.
for the leftover stuff.
Yeah, for the railroad. So it was a wrecking yard. Well, I did demolition. I was close. It was a wrecking yard. And so this is the area that had been going kind of viral on social media. And
I'm looking up the address right now. So, yes. So you guys can look it up. Yeah, go on.
It's on Mission Road. But...
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Sorry.
Why are you looking up the address?
Because they need to know, so they can look it up on their
I'm trying
Google
to describe
Maps.
what it is.
Do
So
that.
this is the area that has all of the infamous signs everywhere. They say help, they say FBI, they say Trafico, they say all of the words that are going to get this live stream banned on Facebook.
It's 139 North Mission Road in Los Angeles. You should definitely go look it up on Google Maps and Google Earth or whatever. You can
Or
see
watch our live stream.
or watch the live stream. Oh, sorry, that's why you're trying to do that. Sorry, you're trying to promote. Well, I'm just trying to be like helpful, so we're not bullshitting, because it's really there, and they're all it's all etched
Why would we
in.
bullshit a story about help me
I
signs?
don't know. Just go on. It's been a long day. Go on.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh,
we went
so we
there,
went
we
there
did a live
and there,
stream.
we did the live stream. So go to our Facebook so you can see it firsthand, because the Google Earth only shows you so much. And that was just like the proof, like, oh, it really is there. And
Yeah,
we
it's
went and
really there.
But there's more.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more. Like, you should go to the live stream and look at the lot more, because there was this whole big thing that we were trying to read and we couldn't decipher it.
Yeah,
There was only certain words that we could, but it was like a whole paragraph written and carved in. It was so fucking weird. And there was dogs, and I befriended the dogs, and somebody had said, take them home, take them home. Did you see that later in the live? And I was like, I went back for them and they were gone. But yeah, they were so cute. The dogs were so fluffy and cute.
They were really cute. We also toured the Eaton Fire.
Yeah, that same day, which was devastating. Oh my gosh. And they had so much military presence there.
There's still a military presence. We saw
It was crazy.
them working on SDG&E, or not SDG&E. I would say SDG&E because I live in San Diego, but the power company.
Whatever the power company was there. It was so crazy because you saw all these beautiful houses, and then you would see an empty lot, or you would see the remnants of a fireplace, and that's it, like a brick fireplace. Mm-hmm. Or you would see a row of like stores, and then there'd be like stores missing, and it was just so hit or miss. and you could almost see the path line of the fire going through the neighborhood. Like it would be house, and then you would see no house, and you could literally like see like where obviously the fire it was just like a big wrecking ball just coming through the city.
Yeah, this was in Altadena.
But a fireball. It was fireball.
We saw
crazy.
cars melted, like legit melted.
That's when we knew we were getting close. And Heather was like, "Dude, this car's melted. It has to be from the fire." And I was like, "No way, we're not here yet." As we're seeing a military Humvee like right next to it, and I was like, "But there was so much standing around. It must have just been an ember had fallen over
and just
got the car. Like it was so random." And that's when we started to record, and it was absolutely devastating. So, yeah. I think that we're done for that weekly update. We do have another weekly update for next week.
Yeah, so stay tuned because we will be back shortly.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for listening. And don't forget to email us at conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com and check out all of our lives on Facebook and all over. Okay, bye.